Okay, so for this macaroni and cheese, we're gonna need macaroni, of course. I have large elbow macaroni. I like the large size because it just gets the cheese in there and it's gooier. I like it the best. Okay, so I have 8 ounces of cooked elbow macaroni here. Okay, I have 12 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese. We're going to make a roux, and a roux is just a combination of fat and flour. In this case, we're going to use butter and flour. So I have 3 tablespoons of butter and 3 tablespoons of flour. Okay, then we're going to turn that into a white sauce by adding the milk. We're going to whisk it so there's no lumps in our sauce. Okay, and we're going to add our mustard. I have a tablespoon of mustard, and I have about a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne, just to give it a little zing. No, it's not going to make it spicy or anything like that. And then we'll use a tablespoon of paprika just before we put our breadcrumbs on. Now, on top, we're going to fry some panko breadcrumbs in some butter, and we're just going to put a bread topping on top of macaroni before it goes in the oven. Okay, so let's cook. Okay, so I'm going to put my butter in my pan. I'm going to let this melt, and then I'm going to add my flour and mix it really well. Let the flour cook a little bit, okay? And then we'll add the milk to turn this into a white sauce. Okay, so here goes our flour. Mix this well. You do want to let the flour cook a little bit so you don't have that raw flour flavor, okay? So I'll let this cook a tad. Okay. Okay, now I'm just gonna go adding my milk slowly so that we can make a sauce here. You do not want a lumpy sauce, okay? So be patient, work it, and mix it well. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we have no lumps here. Let this cook. I'm gonna go ahead and add my mustard and my cayenne, okay? And I will season this with salt and pepper. Let me mix this. Okay, so I'm gonna let this cook for a few minutes, and then I'll come back. We'll add the cheese, and we'll add, the noodles. Mix it up, put it in the oven. We're done with dinner. Okay, so let me mix this well and get these lumps of mustard out, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. Okay, so see our sauce now. It's nice and thick. The flour's cooked. There's no lumps. It's a nice silky sauce. Butter, flour, milk, mustard, and cayenne, little salt and pepper. Okay, and now we're ready to add our cheese to it, and then we're just gonna mix this with our noodles, and we'll put some paprika in there. Okay, so nice cheesy noodles. Who doesn't like nice cheesy noodles? Very popular dish at home. So there we go. We got our sauce, and now I'm just gonna mix this with our noodles, and I'll add the paprika, and then I'm just gonna put it in my pan, and then we'll go ahead and prepare our breadcrumbs, okay? So I'm just gonna mix this really well, season it a little more with salt and pepper, and that's it. It'll go in the oven. It'll cook for about 35-40 minutes, and we'll have a nice cheesy sauce. So let me mix this, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I mixed my macaroni and cheese, and now it's in the casserole pan. I'm going to put this in the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes at 350 degrees, okay? I sprinkled some paprika on it. So now what I'm going to do is fry my panko crumbs, okay? I have 2 tablespoons of butter that I melted here, and I'm just going to add my cup of panko, and I'm just going to fry these for a little bit. And what I'm going to do is top my macaroni and cheese with it, and then put it in the oven. So easy, super frugal, delicious meal. Don't forget to come to thefrugalchef.com for these recipes. We have all kinds of good recipes for you. They're all frugal, they're all nutritious, delicious. Don't forget to come, thefrugalchef.com. All right, So I'm going to fry these for a few minutes, and then I'm just going to put them on top of my macaroni and cheese and put that in the oven, and then dinner will be ready. Okay? So I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so my panko crumbs are fried in the butter, so now I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle it on top of my whole casserole dish here. Now, you know, macaroni and cheese is creamy, of course. We have a white cream with the cheese. And the reason we're putting the breadcrumbs on is to make it nice and brown and crunchy from the outside. And so we have a nice balance with the creamy and the crunchy. Okay, so there you go. Whole thing is covered in crumbs. And now we're going to put this in the oven for 35-40 minutes. And then we'll serve it. Okay? Okay, well, our macaroni and cheese has been in the oven for about 35 minutes. Look at this. It's nice and bubbly. The top is nice and brown. I went ahead and sprinkled some scallions on top just for color and flavor. I kind of like scallions. And this is a serving suggestion. You don't have to do that. You can put parsley on it if you want, or nothing. Okay? So I'm going to serve this with a little salad on the side. And there you go. Bon appetit. Easy, frugal, delicious, nutritious meal from thefrugalchef.com. Okay. So there you go, my friends. From my kitchen to yours. Eat well without going broke. I'm Marianne, the Frugal Chef.